Hi, this is Zach Meir with a Bitcoin Treasury strategy special here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, June the 24th. Obviously, the companies that are either buying Bitcoin or say they are going to, and also associated cryptos. Starting off with Amazing AI, which is the latest entrant, and here you can see that we've gapped up strongly, or pushed up strongly, top of the range and top of the rising trend channel there from February, as well as the 200-day moving average there at 15 pence. But that's what we're looking for over the next couple of weeks, while we're above a recent broken resistance around 4.5 pence. So let's see if Amazing AI lives up to its name. Moving on to Bluebird, and here you can see that after a worthy attempt at hitting our target there up to 2.2 pence, we've come back down to the old target area, or towards the old target area, 1.05. At least while we're above that resistance line, the red one, looking for up to 2.2 pence by the end of next month. On to CLAI, otherwise known as Sell AI, and here you can see the same old pattern, 0.6 of support, and while we're above that, looking for a retest of the June resistance there towards 0.9 pence, hopefully by the end of next month. Moving along to Coinsilium, which blew the doors off all the targets, even the most optimistic ones. We had the target of 80 pence while we were above 50 pence, or we were on a break of 50 pence last week, and we did that yesterday. Current situation is that we're trying to find support. Probably will come in around the Friday peak of 57 pence. Ideally, whatever happens, we stay above 50 and then go back up to 80 on that situation. Best case scenario target here, up towards £1, if we can get sustained price action back above 80 pence, which at the moment we are still waiting on. On to Mendell Helium, and here the excitement of yesterday seems to have worn off a bit. We are hoping that the shares remain above the gap pre-announcement, BTS announcement level of 3.75 pence. Positive here is that the 50 and 200-day lines are rising, so it looks as though we will get a second wind. Best case scenario on that second wind up to 11 pence, and we're looking for that by the end of next month. On to Panther Metals, which has done very well. It was a requested stock at the low, and it was suggested that the shares could edge up to 51 pence. Then it was suggested they could go up to 69. You get the picture. Current situation, we missed that resistance line from May last year at 109 by a penny today, which is obviously half a penny, in fact, which is obviously horrifically disappointing. But looking for the shares to make a second effort while they're above the old January resistance there at 93 pence. And while that is the case, not only looking for 109, but also looking for that indigo-coloured line there at 145 by the end of next month. Priority one is next, and after a good day today, we've had a bit of a cooling off, but it was impressive to get back above the 200-day line at 8 pence for the first time since the stock came to market. Looking for an end-of-day close back above that 200-day line to give us a target as high as 13 pence by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay above the old target at 7 pence in the meantime. Moving on to Sundae Bar, which has quite wisely decided that AI agents are not enough, and it's going for a BTS as well. The top of the range, or top of the likely range here, up to 16 pence, and we're looking for that while we remain above the floor of the recent range, around 10.5 pence. On to the big one as far as BTS is concerned, and here you can see that we are just bouncing with Smarter Web off the Friday low, which is a convenient thing to do because it was looking a little bit painful if we did not if we did not hold that level. While we're above 422, looking for a return to the top of the channel there, 520 plus. If we do break down below 422, then the obvious place would be the floor of the channel and the old resistance from last week at £3.70. Next on the list is Tau Alpha, which has delivered an amazing set of rallies both yesterday and today. It's giving away the game that we are in a rising trend channel, as I have drawn. Ideally, there's no break back below 14 pence, i.e. just below today's support. If we do go back below that, then the 11 to 12 pence area in the floor of the channel, probably the most likely destination ahead of a potential retest of the best levels of today at 26.5 pence. Moving along to another stock which has the great and the good excited, which is Tiger Royalties. We had targets at 0.26, 0.34, and then the pie in the sky target 0.51, which have all been hit, which I'm very pleased about. The current situation is hoping that support will either come in here, i.e. near yesterday's high, or back towards the previous target there, 0.35, if there is another leg down. But at the moment, the situation is that basically we're trying to regain that 0.5 pence area. You can see above 0.5 there isn't much resistance until 0.65 from 2021. Moving on to Vaultz, and here the situation is that of a stock which is very much hit the target there we were looking for, 50 pence. Just working out now how much of a retracement there may be. The recent support there at 37, so ideally there's no end of day close back below that, ahead of a fresh move to the upside through 50 and perhaps even as high as 70 by the end of next month. But the key here is holding that 37 pence level. Finishing off with Vinanz, and here fantastic 3 or 4 days, hitting all the targets. We'll actually run out of targets to shoot for there. Current situation is that we are basically near the recent target of 53 pence, the next level up 62, and ideally we stay above the latest gap there at 45, and that would be potential buying point for those who have missed the boat to date. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.